Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. The clocks have fallen back. Oh, did you enjoy that extra hour of sleep? Were you just dreaming of sugar plum fairies, just dancing around your head, just not thinking about a care in the world for an extra hour that you got last night? Woo, you wake up feeling fresh the day after. Or the first day, I should say. Is it the first day? It's so weird because you fall back at like 2 o'clock in the night. 2 o'clock in the morning, you fall backwards to 1 o'clock. You don't notice it. It's not there. But man, do you feel it the next day? You're waking up on Sunday at 8:39. Usually I'm asleep till 10 on a Sunday. You know, oh man, I'm getting an extra hour and gonna go get the groceries a little earlier. Gonna get that Sunday meal prep done a little sooner. You know, you're getting a couple errands. You're being productive that first day, and then all of a sudden, 4 o'clock rolls around and the sun's gone, and you're like, oh. I don't know if I like this. Oh, it's dark out. Oh, I don't know if I enjoy this. This is terrifying. I feel like I need to go to bed now. I need to go to bed at 4 o'clock. You start feeling like an old person. You start turning into a Mid-Atlantic guy from It's a Wonderful Life. You turn into George Bailey real fast, and you're like, I don't know if I like this. I want my life back. I don't want to go to bed at 5 a.m. At 5 p.m. It's dark out. I want to be able to go out and take my dog on a walk after work. Not do it in the dark. I want my life back, Sam. Anytime you're begging for something back, you just turn into George Bailey. I want my life back. Yeah, that fallback, dude. You're right there. Just resetting the clock. It's all good. Aren't we supposed to be done with this shit soon? I thought that they changed the law, didn't they? Didn't they do that at one point? Didn't they? Daylight savings is going away. Daylight savings going away. I can't remember because I swear to God, I remember reading something about it. Oh yeah, the states were. 2 minutes ago. This is fresh out the pages. Could daylight savings time ever be permanent where the state stands in the states? This time again on Sunday, most America. Okay, yeah, they're setting the clocks back. So it hasn't changed. I just remember them talking about it. I guess that's what I get for remembering and just hearing them talk about it. Never coming up with solutions, just talking about legislation. That's what they're good at. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that extra hour. At least you get one day where you were super productive because you got one extra hour of sleep that you didn't even know you needed. Kudos to that, am I right? You got to love it. You got to love it. Now you get to feel like an old man trying to go to bed at like 8 o'clock because it's actually 9 o'clock is what your body's used to. And that's just what you got to deal with. And that's how life's going to go for a few months now, isn't it? I'm feeling like an old man. I've been feeling like an old man forever, you guys. And I joke about it all the time. You guys have heard me talk about the orthopedic shoes and the sipping coffee on the back porch in the morning, which that's what's going to fuck with my schedule of daylight savings and falling back. I don't know if I'm going to get my morning coffee. I don't even know if the sun rises, okay? See, that's how not much of an old man I am. I don't know what time the sun rises and sets that well. I have a vague idea that I could guess, but I don't know. Nobody knows, really. Nobody knows what the sun's up to, okay? The sun, the world revolves around the sun, okay? It doesn't ask me when it can come and go. It just does what it pleases. But I know I've talked about those things, the orthopedic shoes, the drinking coffee in the morning, thinking about getting a robe, wearing slippers. I'm just slowly creeping into that mindset. And, those are all self-inflicted wounds of an old person, right? Those are choices you make. Those are choices you make to throw on the robe and the slippers and just drink black coffee, or in putting on orthopedic shoes so your back doesn't hurt more. Those are self-inflicted wounds that I've picked for myself, right? But some of the things are out of your control, which happened the last time I went and got my hair cut, And my barber asked me something I've never had a barber ask me. And she goes, "Hey, do you want me to trim your eyebrows?" And the question was so out there to me that I had to go, "I'm sorry, could you say that again? I didn't really understand what you said." My brain definitely heard all the words she said, but I didn't understand them. I've heard of all those words individually: eyebrow, trim, do, want, you. I've heard all of those individually used in different sentences, but for some reason, when they came in that order, hitting my eardrum, I couldn't process what that question was. And it's a fear of mine, and I've known this fear. The fear of the dreaded crazy eyebrows. Ooh, it's never a good look, right? We all know one. We all have a relative, Everybody's worried about, dementia and all these things. I'm worried about the crazy eyebrows. We all have those relatives. I have relatives, love them to death dearly. And I don't know why nobody's told them that they gotta fucking do something about them eyebrows, okay? You look like you're trying to do an Einstein impression. You look like you've been preparing to be Einstein for Halloween all year long. Just had to let it grow out, okay? It's like you're a mall Santa. You got to grow out that beard and get ready for the season. You can trim it in January, but then by the time, November rolls around, you better have that sumbitch ready to go so you can be having kids sit on your lap in the mall, okay? That's second income, okay? The Santa jobs are hard to come by anymore these days. I bet you a lot of parents just do Santa Claus on Zoom. Less in contact. You can do a lot more. You can put a green screen in the back and make it look like there's actual elves tinkering behind you as Santa Claus. Honestly, really good idea if you want. Being a grifter is so easy these days, dude. You could just easily become the online Santa, and you just get on Twitch, and you just have somebody. You could have like a donation thing, like you donate $1, and be like, "I'll say your kid's name on the naughty." Like you're just going through the list for a live stream for 24 hours a day. Perfect. Just having people tip you, like, say Jeremy's needs to do the dishes more, and then he might get on the live. Jeremy, I see here your folks are saying you're not doing the dishes. You better start listening to your parents if you want to make the nice list. I'm gonna have to put a mark right there, and you're just doing that. You'd make a killing off the Twitch, dude. Just a killing on donations. Parents would tune in and have you completely dupe their kids that way. That's what my parents had their dupe methods, right? I'm sure parents still do it to this day. It'd be more effective now because kids know that their parents like to FaceTime. I don't, but there are a lot of people who like FaceTime. If you could FaceTime Santa Claus, perfect. Perfect timing. You do that on a Fiverr. You start a Fiverr where you make custom messages. So you can just always pull up a video on your phone and it's just Santa Claus in like a video format. Oh, dude, because that's what my parents used to do. Used to be like, wouldn't eat my vegetables. Dude, from October to December, I was forcefully made to eat vegetables because Santa Claus would be threatened to be called to my house. My dad called him a couple times. He was on the phone with the big man. He called the big man a couple times and was telling him that I wasn't listening and not eating my vegetables. And through tears, I fucking housed that broccoli because I was not going to get my Star Wars pod racers, okay? I wanted the pod racers. I wanted Anakin's pod racer, and I wanted the rival guy in the orange thing. I'm forgetting his name. Sebulba. Yeah, I wanted Sebulba's pod racer and Anakin Skywalker's pod racer. That had to happen. I had to choke down the broccoli. I'd be damned if I was going to let some vegetable, this tiny tree, get in the way of my Christmas dreams. How did I get on a rant about wanting to Oh, yeah, getting asked about my eyebrows. But I don't want to deal with that. I come from a genetic background of crazy eyebrow people. Okay, I've seen it happen to a lot of my family members where this starts going out of control. I didn't realize there was really something you had to take care of and actually trim or snip. I thought you just pluck those long ones, which I do. I did for a long time until I told my girlfriend about this whole thing, and then she was like, "No, you need to trim those. It's like normal hair, and then you just let it grow back." Didn't know that, so I guess that's a new reoccurring thing. You know, another thing I got to pay for. I just keep getting more hair that has to get manicured. I pay $15 on top of my haircut now to get my beard taken care of correctly. So now I got to start probably paying $5 to $10 more on my eyebrows. God damn it. There's so much hair on my stupid face. I could just, Josh Dobbs it and just shave off my eyebrows. I don't think he shaves off his eyebrows, but that guy's got no eyebrows. Josh Dobbs, backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, was a great starting quarterback for the Vikings last year. God, he was having a good time last year in Viking land. Now they just swapped people. They got Sam Darnold, and he's having a good year, and now that. Anyway, I just don't want to deal with the eyebrows. That's a scary thing. There's two things that suck about as you keep getting older, and some people know this, and a lot of people know this, and a lot of people don't know this. But I swear to God, your eyebrows keep growing, which is, of course, but it is a fact that your nose and your ears always keep getting bigger. Your nose and your ears just always keep getting bigger. That's shameful. That's not fair to the human race. Why do our noses keep getting bigger? What is that preventing us from doing? I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous, though. But I swear your eyebrows are also part of that conversation. It's definitely true, okay? So I'm just not looking forward to knowing that I'm getting to that point in my life where eyebrows have to be manicured if I don't want to look like Doc Brown. Marty! It's your parents, Marty! Yeah, so get your eyebrows checked, I guess, people. Do you have crazy eyebrows? It might be the reason why you're not getting dates this holiday season. That's the reason why Jan from accounting is looking at you weird when you're staring at her at the punch bowl at the company party. Those eyebrows are fucking holding you back, bud. But anyway, I guess that, I've ranted off enough about eyebrows. No, I really didn't. I got on a whole rant about Christmas grifts. Not Christmas gifts. Christmas grifts. I might become Twitch Santa this year and see if I can make a killing doing that. That's gotta be a way to make good money doing that. Being the Twitch Santa and just ratting out kids for tips from their parents fucking rules, dude. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. You know what else would be awesome? If I was actually a handy person. I can admit that I know how to do some things, very few things that I've learned how to do, and it's all thanks to videos on YouTube, most of them. Like most of us nowadays, we just look up how to do things online. And what sparked this was the whole car debacle I told you guys about a couple weeks ago. When my car, I had to go drop some money on it. The guy told me I could put in this new part, right? And I was like, I don't think I can fucking do that. And I looked up a video, and I was like, he gaslit me into thinking, yeah, no, you could totally do this. And I was like, okay, dude, I'm going to go do this. And I went home, watched the video, and realized I can't fucking do this. And through that, I realized that I don't know what I could and couldn't fix or how confident I should be in fixing things. Which leads me to a new segment. We've been needing to do a new segment on the show. And I think this is going to be a new fun one that gets away from articles we were reading, but still in some capacity is me wasting my time to help all of us learn something. So our new segment, guys, is Could I Fix That? The segment where I find out how confident I am in fixing everyday items. I wish I had theme music to play right here. That's what was missing right there, was the hey, welcome to Could I Fix This, where we find out if I can fix an everyday item. Oh boy, I'm confident. I'm not going to be confident in, guys, a lot of these. Most of these are going to be things that just are in your house. Most people have, or at least have access to. Most people in the world have probably messed with these kind of items. That's the kind of goal. Right? And maybe, just maybe, by doing this segment, we all can learn something, save ourselves money, time, and learn a new skill, while also making fun of how bad I would fuck this up. So let's start with our first thing. This week's item, the washing machine, the appliance that we all take for granted in our house until it gets on the fritz, okay? We all love the washing machine. We love clothes. We know this one thing about Americans, Western culture. I think every culture at this point, thanks to Adam and Eve, we have to wear clothes. I don't think there's a single culture around the world that just tolerates you freeballing it out there, which is kind of a shame. You would think there'd be just one country made up of nudists. Could you imagine that army coming at you, just dicks and vaginas out, just running into battle? Yeah, Scandinavia. We fight for Scandinavia, everybody. But everybody uses a wash machine every day. Not every day. God, if you're washing your clothes every day, that's a killer on your water bill right there. But let's learn some facts about the washing machine that probably you don't know about. This is one of these items that you've used every day, and you've probably never, ever stopped to think about why the fuck or how did it get here. Well, first of all, the first English patent under the category washing machine was issued in 1691. So washing machines have been around in some capacity for a long time. First ones you could think of are definitely like a washboard, also doubling as a fun instrument for people in the South. And then there's all the old crank ones where they would squeeze out all the water out of your garments as you were doing it. The first domestic automatic washing machine was in 1937 is when the first domestic one was. So that's when you roughly started getting like the normal what we know today kind of stuff. And then another fun fact is uses 40 gallons of water per load. If you wash a laundry once a week, you could use around 16,000 gallons of water per year. That's crazy to me that we haven't looked into this technology and tried to figure out how we could make it more efficient and use less water. That is a ton of water, right? But it is what it is. And so now we'll go to our next slide. How I think it works. And this is where this segment gets fun, right? I don't know a lot about like how a washing machine works. I don't think many people do. You know, when it first started, I noticed it's a micro whirlpool, you guys. It's just a mini whirlpool. That's what I noticed. Okay, it just, you put your thing in and then it just turns into using nature as we intended, because that's what human beings love to do. They love to harness the power of nature. And up until the invention of the washing machine, we tried to harness nature in all sorts of different ways, right? First, we used to wash our fucking clothes in the rivers. So a lot of people still do now today. You can still see like the things of people, you know, you can see videos of people washing their clothes in the Nile River and all that. And that's why we stopped doing it, because it was dirty. And also, it's scary. Back then, when we were washing clothes in the river, we only had maybe one pair of clothing, I bet, per person. Nobody had multiple sets. Okay, I got a whole wardrobe in there right now, okay? I could go weeks without going down to the river to wash any of my undergarments, okay? But back then you had maybe one or two. And so you were getting naked, scrubbing your clothes in the river. You don't know what monsters are out there. That's a prime time for a fucking wolf or a bear to come up and attack you in the river. But you're butt ass naked. Then you're just floating down it. It's like Deliverance, okay? It wasn't originally people you had to be scared of. It was the bears coming for you with them banjos. That's my bear impression. And then rain was too consistent, right? Like, that's an ineffective way to try to wash your clothes. You never knew when it was going to rain. We couldn't predict when it was raining. Granted, this photo was in 2008. But even still, like, we have a bad time predicting when it's going to rain now. It's rained here for 2 days, basically, and I didn't see a forecast about it at all for today. And it's just raining away, so it's too inconsistent to try to harness the power of rain. But then there's the whirlpool, right? The whirlpool, oh, perfect. You know, you don't have to get in there and worry about bears taking you away. You could throw your fucking clothes and they just spin and then the dirt gets ripped out like a cyclone. And it's also just mesmerizing to watch, okay? That's why we wanted to harness the power of the whirlpool for the washing machine, right? It's beautiful to watch. Have you guys ever watched a whirlpool? Of course you have, because everybody and their mom has watched the washing machine once or twice. That's why it's a national pastime for our children. Okay? Kids, parents, adults, we love watching the washing machine go around. It's free entertainment, okay? The 1930s, there wasn't fucking TVs around. You could just sit there and watch the colorful clothes clash. You know, it's a national pastime. And that's one reason why we wanted to harness that micro whirlpool. To not only clean our clothes, but to entertain us. And entertain us for generations. How I think it works. Continued. There are many different types of whirlpools, right? I don't know what any of them are. I don't know what the different types of settings on a washing machine are, okay? This is how dudes do laundry, okay? Perfect example right here. These are the two settings I've had on my washing machine forever. I've never ventured outside a different setup, okay? I have always had it on normal because I have normal clothes. That's how I look at it. I have very normal clothes. There's nothing special about them, okay? I don't even have special event clothes, you guys, okay? They're just dress shirts. That's not special. It's just a dress shirt that gets put in normal, okay? I don't know what any of this stuff. I don't know what casual means. Is it just going to go out for a cup of coffee like your friends with my clothes? Is that what it's going to do? You know, express, is it just going to do it as fast as humanly possible? Is he going to see what brown can do for me? Okay, delicates, I don't have any delicates, okay? There's nothing delicate about my clothing. My clothing is heavy duty, okay? If anything, it's DeWalt. It's built tough, guaranteed, okay? I need my clothing tough because it's about to handle some skid marks now and then. And all this other stuff. Everything's always on normal. And I always wash my clothes on cold. I don't wash on anything like that. I don't try any of those heavy cold, dark cold. No, I wash it on cold. And you know why? Because Stone Cold said so. That's why you wash it on cold. Could I fix the washing machine? Zero confidence that I could do that. I have zero confidence in the. I just demonstrated. I'm scared of trying the new settings. I don't even know how every aspect of it works. I am a very firm believer. If you're going to try to fix anything, you should have a very, very, very comprehensive understanding of what you're looking into. My computer, for example. My brothers told me to build this computer for fucking ever. They helped me get the parts and stuff, and they're like, okay, put it together. I don't understand what this fucking thing is, okay? It's scary. I'm scared to try to fix this thing now, okay? I'm scared. I don't have the comprehensive. I barely understand how to use my washing machine. I don't know where the fucking water comes from, man, okay? You buy a new washer, these guys come and hook it up. They say, hey, it's ready to go, and then it fills with water. Where's the water spigot, okay? I don't fucking know. So I'm scared to try new side. The replacements are expensive, okay? Replacing a washing machine is super expensive, right? I don't want to fuck with that. That's scary. That's a huge expense if you fuck them up. So why on earth would I not just pay like $300 or whatever it's going to cost for some technician to come out and look at it and possibly fix it versus me fucking with it and then potentially having to spend like $1,000 or $2,000 on a new washer and dryer set, okay? And then third, water and electricity. I don't want to fuck with it. I am scared to death of those things. By the way, here are fun things that were supposed to pop up during each of those things, but they didn't. But I'm scared of water and electricity, for sure. It's a terrifying thing. Being electrocuted is one of the things that it scares the living fuck out of me. Electricity, the fact that I live in a house where it's flowing all around us at any point, and if one little wire that's for some reason held together with rubber decides to just fray, it could spark something and start a fire, the second scariest substance on the earth. I don't like that. It's fucking terrifying. So you're asking me to, hey, go fix that thing with water that's also powered by electricity. Nah, I'm okay. I'm going to hire a guy who went and studied on how to do this and has accepted his fate if such an outcome happens. That's what we're going to do. So now we're going to try to learn how to fix something. So let's go to the video I found for this week. This is how to fix a washing machine that won't spin. So this is the lack of micro whirlpool we were talking about earlier. So let's see if this guy can help us figure it out.
If the spin cycle on your top-loading washing machine isn't working, there's an easy fix that you can do yourself, and it should take you less than an hour once you have the part in hand.
Less than an hour is crazy. I don't think it should take any time more than, like, if I have to do an hour to fix my fucking washing machine, I'm hiring a guy. I just don't want to spend an hour trying to fiddle fuck around. And also, it's not just an hour. He's like, once you have the part, where are you fucking getting the part from? You don't even know where to go to get the part. You're going to go to Menards? Menards? Yeah, you're going to go to Home Depot? You're going to go to these warehouses and go find the one part you need for your washer and dryer? Good fucking luck. You ever try to just find one small part inside one of those stores? I have. I've had to do it. It's a goddamn bitch, okay? And nobody in those stores is helpful, okay? This guy doesn't work at any of those stores, okay, where you can come in and be like, hey, I'm trying to find this. They don't know. They don't know. If you find a guy who knows what he's talking about at any big box, giant warehouse home improvement store, write that man's name down. Get his last 4 digits of a social security number too. So next time you go in there, you ask for that guy or gal specifically. And then they'd be like, well, I don't know if I know that guy. Then you give them their last 4 of the social too. Be like, no, go look them up in your database. See if they're working the shift today. Okay? I need this person to help me find this because that person is an angel and they'll never be there again. Okay? If you don't get their name. So you just need to find them. Okay, remember it. Write down their name.
Under every washing machine lid, there's a little switch. When the door is open during the spin cycle, the switch causes the spinning to stop for safety. These switches fail all.
Just in case your baby opens the lid and tries to fall in the whirlpool. Even a controlled, man-created whirlpool can still be dangerous, folks.
All the time and are one of the most common breakdowns when it comes to washing machines. The switch can be anywhere around the rim of the opening, but it's easy to track down just by looking for the plunger on the lid. If the switch is
You got to look for the tiny dick because that's where it goes in the entrance.
on the sides or the front of the opening, you'll have to open the lid by popping loose the hold-down springs with a putty knife.
See, I'm already out on trying to fix this. I don't have a fucking putty knife. Who the fuck has a putty knife? This guy punches holes in drywall. If you know anybody who has a fucking putty knife laying around, they punch holes in drywall. That's a fact, and I will stand by it.
Then the top of the machine will open up like a trap door to give you complete access. Note the name of the machine and the model number usually printed on a label on the back of the machine somewhere. With that information, go and buy a replacement switch at an appliance parts store or shop online.
Shop online is the best way. If you just plug it in, it'll tell you probably. Okay, I'm telling you, if you go to a department store, it's gonna be a hassle. Probably.
On this machine, the switch is at the back of the lid, and it can be accessed simply by unscrewing and lifting the control panel. Unplug the switch and snap it out of place. Have the switch with you when you're looking at pictures online, or compare it with the one they're selling you at the store to make sure it matches. I bought this one for $35. Installing the new one is as simple as snapping it into place and plugging it in. And this is the cause of most lid switch failures. Train yourself and your family to softly close the lid, and your new switch will last much longer.
I'll tell you what, after watching that video and seeing that, I feel pretty confident I could actually do that one. I didn't watch it all the way to the end. I wanted to have the live reaction with you guys. I think I could do that one. That's a plug and play, okay? That's sliding in Legos. I can do that. I just have to, that's how I have to look at anything when I'm trying to, I have to reduce it down to a dumb, tiny thing that I could do, which plug it in Legos, easy. That's a slide in, pop out, slide in, pop out. Good. I can do that. That's not that complicated. And also, if it just takes me gently shutting the lid for the washer to make it last longer, that's probably a good idea. Just small little things like that can help keep the device going on for a long time. You know, I still have my original iPod, okay? Not to brag, but that's pretty goddamn impressive if you ask me. If you just take care of your shit, it'll last a long time. And, you do little things like that. $35 rather than bringing out a technician, which would cost you $200, to just swap out a part like that easy. Pretty good. Okay? I can't say that's not a bad idea. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you guys think you could fix a washing machine? Is there another problem I should have explored about the washing machine that could be tougher? I thought that was a pretty good example of a major problem. If it's not, the agitator ain't agitating, you're not getting any of your clothes clean. So I think that's a pretty good thing. You know what else is pretty good, guys? Punninggame.com. That's right. Punninggame.com is where you can find this show, Not Worth the Time, and my other show, Who Gives a F, with my older brother, Nathan. We do that one weekly. This, as you know, comes out bi-weekly. This show. And then also a ton of backlogs and other cool shows that we've had on the website over the years. So go over to punninggame.com and check all that stuff out. And while you're there, head over to the Punning Game shop, because that's the best place to help support our website financially. You can get t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punninggame.com. And don't forget to use the promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod. That gets you free shipping at checkout. So NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout at the Punning Game shop, guys. So go use that promo code and get yourself something awesome, represent the show. And if you'd like to watch this show, if you didn't know, you could watch this show. You can watch the video I just watched with me, watch the new cool slideshow I did for the show. You can watch all that at youtube.com/comicwadetaylor. Go there, hit subscribe, like the video, watch me struggle to read and tell jokes that way. Also, thank you to all the new people who've subscribed. Thank you for checking out the channel. Hope you're enjoying all the content. Thank you for checking it out, and can't thank you enough for checking it all out, dude. With that being said, guys, I'm Wade Taylor. This has been Not Worth the Time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.